Okay, I probably should have gone to the bathroom first. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let Me Learn Ya, where I, a registered and licensed dietitian with a master's of human nutrition, save you all the effort of having to scroll through nonsense and read by sharing with you everything that I have learned in video, in song. Just kidding, that's not happening. So today we're going to be talking about the harmful health belief that is regurgitated from gym walls to men and women's health magazines to t-shirts to posters to it's everywhere. And that health belief is that you should be the boss of your body. That is a specific phrase. There are many phrases that kind of fall within that same kind of mentality, such as no pain, no gain. Puking, crying, and crawling are acceptable, but quitting is not. Go hard or go home. My personal favorite. Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. These are all phrases and beliefs meant to inspire people to not give up on their health, but instead what they're actually telling you is your body is something to be manipulated and abused because you are the boss of it. But isn't this kind of weird? I mean, think about it. Are we that disconnected from the fact that our body is us? So kind of what this phrase is saying is you need to show you that you're in charge of you. Okay, Liberace. Why do I think that it's not exactly inspirational or aspirational to want to be the boss of your body? I'll sum it up in one sentence. Bosses suck. Let's all stop for a moment and think about your boss. You picture a wise and compassionate leader who you like and respect. According to surveys, which I will link in the description below, most of you said heckity heck no. The majority of people have said that they would trust a complete stranger over their boss, that their boss was toxic, they loved their job, they hated their boss. Even the majority of bosses admit that they had little to no training. The most common complaints about bosses are that they don't understand their employee at a personal level, like what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, etc., and they don't care to learn. That they don't understand the employee or their job, that they expect employees to work unreasonable hours and meet unreasonable goals that the employee didn't even have any say in setting. That they blame employees when something goes wrong, even if it's not the employee's fault or even if it's the boss's fault. That they think they know better how to do the job of the employee and therefore micromanage them. I don't know about y'all, but that's not something that I would ever want to aspire to be, especially with regards to my body. I don't want to micromanage my body and treat it like crap. Or do I? Let's think about what we do to our body. As we're talking about this, please don't think that I'm sitting here like, ha, you treat your body like crap. Believe me, I treated my body like crap and I still treat my body like crap. You betcha. So let's think about your body for a moment. Do you know where your spleen is or what your spleen does? Do you even know what your immune system is? The different components of it, how it works, how it can go wrong? Do you know the difference between adiponectin, leptin, insulin, glucagon? Do you understand how your pituitary can influence how your thyroid works? Do you know you have a thyroid? Do you know what organs are a part of your digestive system and the roles that each of those play? Do you know how your body actually makes pee-pee and poopy? Most of you don't know the answers to any of those questions. And probably for most of my life, neither did I. And without much of an understanding of your body, the components of it, and how it functions, do you then place unreasonable goals onto your body, such as we're gonna lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks before Aunt Susie's wedding? Do you force your body to work unreasonable hours and put it under a lot of stress without giving it the things that it needs to work well, such as whole foods, water, sleep, nutrients, sunlight. You also give it things that make its job harder, such as alcohol, smoking, highly processed foods, soda, energy drinks. Do you knowingly abuse your body? Not taking it for walks, not letting it go out in the sunshine, not getting fresh air, make it stare at screens all night and all day, and then you blame your body when it responds to the abuse by catching every cold and flu, by developing weird skin, eye, hair, butt problems, developing a chronic disease, or succumbing to an injury. And then after doing all of that, do you try to fix your body by micromanaging it with supplements and specialized diet, juice cleanses and detoxes? Well, get ready for a twist that even M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong would be proud of. You already are acting like the boss of your body. And you're acting like a crappy boss. And again, ain't judging, because that was me. The belief in this, you're in control and you need to dominate your body, led me to develop an injury that I have to this day, which prevents me from doing the type of exercise that I would like to do. At one point, I was eating about 1,200 to 1,300 calories a day, which was way below what I should have been eating. I was working out about an hour to an hour and a half, 6 to 7 days a week, doing CrossFit style exercise. During that time when I was at my healthiest, I was the sickest, constantly getting colds and flus. I was very cranky all the time. I was very angry. My sleep was horrible, probably because I was starving all the time and miserable. But you know, there was one point where I hit the peak of the insanity when I came down with a horrible flu. I had a fever and everything. I'm working out, doing CrossFit, sprints, holding heavy bags, doing weights, push-ups. Sorry, trigger warning for body fluids. And I remember at one point there was just sweat dripping off of my body onto the mat, and my snot was coming out of my face and mingling with the sweat on the mat. I said out loud, no joke, F you, I'm in control, body. That's what I said, and that's what I did, and I totally understand if you don't like me anymore and are judging me. That was me with this horrible, harmful mentality that I'm in control. And my body was like, yeah, no, you're not, because I'm the one in charge here, and guess what? I'm gonna tear some ligaments, it's gonna be awesome, and you're gonna be out of commission for months. So this isn't a good thing, nor is it something to aspire to. You're basically abusing your body because you think you know better when you literally don't know anything. I don't know if we'll ever know everything about the body. If you're a horrible, crappy boss in the real world and your employees quit, cool, get a new one, dime a dozen, no problem. I mean, Amazon's proven that, haven't they? Jeffrey Bezos. If you act like a crappy boss to your body to the point where it finally decides to quit, and that'll take a while, it is over, bubs. You're gonna be on either meds for the rest of your life or require surgery that's gonna plague you for the rest of your life. You can't trade your body in for a new employee. Let's not wait until your body gets to that point. Change your thinking now, because your thinking is going to change the way you act with your body. So, how do we change this belief? The first step is in recognizing what you're doing. And hopefully y'all have come to that realization in listening to my incessant babbling. The second step I propose is to look to another job role as to how you should treat your body. And that job role is one of the producer. Keep in mind, a producer can produce anything. There will be some bad producers. Don't hashtag all producers or not all producers are good at me, okay? From what I've seen, there are some very big differences, this has been my experience, between how bosses are and how producers are. Bosses tend to prove their success by how good they look and their accomplishments. Producers tend to prove their success by how good the team looks, by how good their output is. Bosses think that they know better than the team, and they develop what the goals are, and they tell the team what the goals are. We're talking general terms, so calm down. I swear to God, if you people are in the comments going, my boss didn't do that, cool, congratulations. Where producers tend to allow the team to make the goals, and they just support the team to make sure those goals are reached while keeping the team on course. If a producer is truly amazing at what they do, no one will know why the producer's even there. A lot of the times people are like, what do you even do all day? They're making sure everybody else is making something. They know they'll never understand how to do the job better than the worker. They don't try. They don't know how to do art. They don't know how to sing. They don't know how to do all that. What they do know how to do is communicate, and they know how to facilitate. So they learn as much as they can about what that worker does so that they can understand what that worker needs to do their best job. They maintain constant communication with everybody. They're basically a communication hub. They remove any obstacles that pop up to prevent the team from reaching their goals. And they also try to work as a shield to make sure that little attacks aren't coming in to take the team off task. This is just kind of an addition, but they should be the team's biggest cheerleader. Keeping the morale up, because if a producer's keeping the morale up, they know the output's gonna be better. So I propose changing be the boss of your body to be the producer of your body. Be the encouraging facilitator. Do not be the demanding, aggressive commander. Where being the boss of your body, the overarching theme is you're in charge. The opposite, which is be the producer of your body, is basically you don't know better. You need to learn from your body and figure out what it needs to be the best body that it can be. Experts in the field who devote their lives to just learning about a organ or a certain system will never know everything there is to know about the body. So don't feel bad if you're like, I can't spend hours and days reading anatomy and phys books and finding out all this stuff about your body. Although I would probably say, don't you know, think about how much time you're on Netflix and on TikTok. That could be time spent learning about your body. So just accept that fact. It's a little humbling, but whatever. You'll get over it. So let's narrow this down to 4 main steps that you can take to act as the producer to your body. We're just gonna take the descriptors that I used before to explain what a producer is, and we're just gonna make it body specific. Number 1, learn about what your body needs specifically and make sure those needs are being met. There are certain really core beliefs that mountains of evidence has shown is better for your body and helps your body to work at a more optimum level. Things that even keto enthusiasts to vegans can agree on. That's eating whole foods versus highly processed foods. Getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Reducing the stress in your life. Staying somewhat active. Now that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym, and it could literally be just going for a walk every day. But even within those generalizations, those recommendations, these things that we hold to be self-evident, there are healthy recommendations that will not work for everyone. And it is up to you to find out what works for you specifically. For instance, we always say, eat lots of whole grains. But if you're somebody with celiac disease, it doesn't matter how whole that grain is, it is going to F you up. Some people just do better on less sleep, like 5 to 6 hours. So if you get 5 to 6 hours every night and you wake up feeling refreshed and alive and everything's going great, don't try to push yourself to sleep 7 to 8 hours just because there's a recommendation to do so. Maybe you're somebody with a FODMAP sensitivity, where if you eat all these healthy foods that people are constantly telling you to eat, like beets and beans and onions and apples and garlic, and they just rip you apart on the inside, make you feel terrible, then that's a sign that you shouldn't be listening to those recommendations. Number 2, maintain constant communication with your body. Unfortunately, your body can't talk to you, which really sucks because I would love to have a conversation with my intestines or my liver and just be like, yo, dude, how's it going? You know what I mean? Our body communicates to us in symptoms: headaches, fatigue, mood swings, foggy brain, constipation, gas, chronic diseases, skin disorders. These are all ways that your body is trying to get your attention and tell you something is wrong. For instance, if every time you eat a pizza, you get bloated or constipated or you poop your pants, that's your body's way of shouting at you like, dude, come on, enough with the freaking Dominoes already. Or how many times have we tried to tell you that we can't digest dairy, you idiot? Or it's saying, there's something seriously wrong in here, buddy, and you need to get us some help. If you're suffering from insomnia, your body's trying to tell you, like, stop drinking so much freaking caffeine, or at least stop drinking it after 12 o'clock, or you're not moving enough throughout the day, or getting enough sun exposure, or maybe you have a blood sugar problem, or maybe you're super stressed out. On the flip side, if you feel energized and happy and your hair is beautiful and your nails and your skin and your digestion is great and you have daily bowel movements, then that's your body's way of saying, remember how this feels, because if you change something, I will take you straight back to foggy brain poopy town. You best believe it. Symptoms are the language of your body. So how you can stay in communication with your body is paying attention to those symptoms and observe, what did you do during that time to have those symptoms? What is something that you can change? Number 3, remove obstacles that prevent your body from doing its best job. Also, protect it from outside attacks. So again, there are certain things that we just know from mountains of evidence that are obstacles and outside attacks on your body. Those things are chronic stress, not sleeping enough, toxins such as alcohol, tobacco, firearms, just kidding. Drugs, being constantly exposed to emotional and physical abuse, lack of energy in the form of nutrients, calories, sunlight, eating highly processed foods a lot of the time, being sedentary, not moving, not being active, not drinking enough water. I'm sure there's more. We live in a society that is built to promote all of these things. Not everybody has the ability to remove themselves from situations that expose them to all of these things. But what you can do, hopefully, is at least pick one. What one thing can you do for your body? It may just be that you drink a liter of Coke every day. And you could say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna drink half a liter of Coke. That's my goal. That's awesome, because you're now drinking half a liter less than you were before. And then you can work to drinking even less than that. It may seem like, oh my God, I have to make all these changes. And it's like, no, your body will thank you if you even make the slightest change. Number 4, be your body's biggest cheerleader. Y'all need to treat your body like you would treat your most loved one, whether that's a child, a pet, a friend, a partner, whatever. Whatever you love more than anything on this earth, where you have an unconditional love for it and you want to do everything you can to make sure that that thing is happy, healthy, that's how you need to act towards your body. When your body's doing a great job, make sure it knows and that you're grateful for it. And you may be thinking, well, geez, Lana, what do you want me to do? Like, congratulate my body when it's doing something? Yeah, dude, yeah, because as we were talking about before, you are your body. If you are doing a good job, you need to tell yourself you're doing a good job. You need to reward yourself. You need to pat yourself on the back. You need to encourage yourself and comfort yourself and cheer you on, just like you would do to a friend who tooted in the middle of a public speaking event. If your friend came to you and was like crying and sobbing and my life is ruined and da-da-da, would you be like, yeah, dude, you're screwed? That was ridiculous. Everybody heard that. Also, your hair was a mess and you're fat. and you're a failure. Would you say that to your friend? No, but you would totally say that to yourself. We constantly beat ourselves up and we focus on the negative, and then that makes us feel like crap. And then because we feel like crap, we seek out instant gratification to make us feel better immediately, such as social media, false approval from absolute strangers, food, alcohol, unhealthy relationships, Netflix. Damn you, Netflix. I love you though. And then because it's a temporary gratification, we immediately feel bad again, and we wasted time on those things, so it makes us feel even worse, and then we feel horrible again. It's just rinse, repeat, misery, rinse, repeat, misery. Let's get off of that hamster wheel and instead focus on the positive and what we're doing that's good and what our body's doing. There is a wonderful Regina Spektor song. If you don't listen to Regina Spektor, she has a wonderful line that sums up that you should be in awe of how awesome your body is instead of constantly tearing it down. She says, I have a perfect body because my eyelashes catch my sweat. It's just a perfect line to sum up that your body is built here to keep you alive and keep you functioning and allow you to do all these amazing things. And instead we focus on, oh, my nose is a little off, or my butt cheek is higher than my left butt cheek, or whatever. So, that was a lot of stuff. Hopefully you don't hate me, but whatever. I love myself. And that's all that matters. Hopefully you've gotten out of this that being the boss of your own body will end in failure and misery for everyone involved. You, yourself, and you. Instead, I highly encourage you to think about being the producer of your own body, to facilitate your body, respect it, get out of its way, stop preventing it from doing what it's trying to do, and just make sure that you're giving it everything that it needs. By supporting your body instead of demanding, micromanaging, forcing, controlling, you will have a much happier and healthier employee. And honestly, you'll probably feel mentally better because you'll relax. Because y'all, we throw around this, I love myself, and to truly love yourself is to love yourself unconditionally. It's to love yourself like a pet or a child. I'm just gonna use the pet analogy, okay? For anybody who has a pet and loves that pet. You know that pet needs exercise. You know it needs to have fun. You know it needs to eat healthy food and get plenty of water and sleep and feel safe and happy in its life. Why do we not think that about ourselves? We need to think that way about ourselves. If you choose to still believe in the mentality that you're in charge and you're the boss, you will never reach that level of respect and unconditional love that you need to have a healthy, happy body. And it will only be a matter of time before your body takes over and really lets you know who's in charge. So let's get to producing and supporting like a jockstrap. Let's all have healthy, happy bodies. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Definitely leave me comments if you want to say hi. Don't hashtag not all boss, not hashtag all producer me. And look forward to seeing you soon.